Hello and welcome. Silrace here with Mechwarrior Online, and this is the mech showcase where I take a mech variant, show gameplay with it and talk about the variant in general. And it is only fitting I start this showcase video series off with the Death Knell hero Commando. Why is it fitting? Because Commandos are by far my most played mech in the game. I used to play a whole lot of them when the game came out, even though I had the Founders mechs and Generals were running faster than the Commando. This was before the top speed limit was over 170 and the Generals were able to reach 150 while the Commandos could not before they got the XL240 upgrade and all that stuff. So I played a whole lot of Commandos, and these days I still jump into the Commando cockpit and I'm absolutely at home instantly. I know how far I can push the mech, I know what I can do with it, and I just love it. Anyway, with all the history and other things aside, let us talk about the Death Knell specifically. Because it is an awesome Commando mech. It is very good Commando variant, if nothing else, and if you are really into Commandos, if you really want to play Commandos, I heartily suggest getting the Death Knell, especially if you can find it on a sale. Now, the nice thing about the Death Knell is that after smacking in that XL240 engine, which is the biggest engine you can get on the damn thing, and you should, and maxing out the armor with both endosteel and ferrofibers upgrades, you have exactly 6.5 tons of space to fiddle around with. This is with the extra heatsink needed on top of the XL240 to reach the minimum 10 heatsinks. And so you should always max out the armor, there is really no reason not to. Unless you try some weirdo gimmick build such as running 2 PPCs on a Commando, which can be hilarious but not very effective. So, 6.5 tons. With 2 energy hardpoints in each arm, you can smack in 4 medium lasers and extra heatsink and be left with 1.5 tons. This is usually my setup, and then that 1.5 tons, depending on my mood, I put in either a Beagle active probe if I'm getting annoyed with all the ECMs, or then I put in AMS with a 1 ton of ammo if I feel like my team is dying today too much to various long-range missiles. It is up to you what you do with the last 1.5 tons. You could upgrade one of the medium lasers to a medium pulse laser and just ignore the last half ton. You could do all sorts of little things such as downgrading the engine, which in my honest opinion is a bad idea, but you could do it and then put in 4 medium pulse lasers. And like I have been experimenting with lately, instead of running 4 medium lasers, run 4 small pulse lasers. This is an experimental build so far, and so far it has been fun as well. Not quite as effective I have found, but fun, definitely. And because the Death Knell only received some generic energy weapon quirks, it didn't get anything for medium laser, medium pulse laser or small pulse laser, you can feel entirely free to fiddle around with different kinds of lasers to find out if something works better for you for this particular chassis. Personally, I typically just run it with the 4 medium lasers and go to town on everything which is bigger than the Commando, which is pretty much everything you meet. Because frankly you can outcircle all the assault, all the heavy mechs, you can keep up with other light mechs if you so desire to try to hunt them down, and you can typically butcher every single clan light mech you manage to isolate. It is a fantastic, fun mech, and I heartily suggest it to everyone who happens to be a fan of the Commando, and if you have no interest in Commandos, then well, don't get it, but don't underestimate it, because someone who loves their Commandos might surprise you with how good this little machine can be. Thank you very much for watching, and I will let the footage on the background run to its end, so enjoy that.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.